All right. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there today? Today we come to y'all. We're gonna be discussing the topic today is the Earth flat or is it global, round shape, ball shape, however you want to put it. And today we got me, Je, and we got we're gonna let them introduce themselves, starting with E Lawrence. Gonna do your thing.
All right, so man, of course everybody know me as Jay or Jeter if you're real close to me. But my real name Elvis Griggs, Elvis Lawrence Griggs. That's why I'm going by E Lawrence on here. Graduate of Tennessee State University, science major. Uh, fucking nerd. Can I cuss on here?
You can do your thing, boss. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. Like I
Ow.
mean, straight up nerd. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Black nerd, whatever you want to call it. When I was younger, I used to not, play up to my intelligence. I used to always kind of play it down, kind
Understood.
of dumb stuff down. Didn't wanna like, you know what I'm saying, outshine the people around me. But one day my mom told me this whole thing about being powerful beyond measure. That's where I got the whole concept for glow
Yeah.
and been rocking with that and doing my thing on that, man. And I just let me speak on there real quick. One thing with glow, man. Our whole mantra, our slogan is peace, knowledge, and awareness, right?
Mhm.
So you create peace in your life. You got a peaceful mind that allows you to go out and attain knowledge. And through that peaceful mind and the knowledge you attain, you create awareness. So that's what I'm all about. We all about seeking knowledge, and that's what we're doing right here. We just gonna talk about stuff that we've discovered, stuff that we know, stuff that we think we know,
There we go.
and we just gonna get to it. We're gonna have a full-on discussion about everything, any and everything.
Sound good to me. All right. Do your thing, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm Anthony Gerard, go by Tex. I met these gentlemen at Tennessee State University. I graduated there with my bachelor's in business administration, a concentration in marketing, and I consider myself to be a very self-sufficient young man, very well educated. I take education very seriously, and it's something that I stand for. Very involved in the community, and I'm all about helping nonprofit organizations with strategic planning. So I'm just really just a part. I'm glad to be a part of this, of this entire operation, and I'm just glad that we decided to come together and really give back to the world, whether it's advice, whether it's insight, whether it's politics or issues. There's so many different dynamics that not only surround us in the Black community, but just people all together. And so we just want to be able to provide some insight in those various categories and see how we can really come together and provide knowledge, right? That's what it's really all about, and making the world a better place.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So y'all heard from them guys, and we just gonna get into it. So from the looks of it, we can see we got I'm the only flat earther on here, as we should see right there. All right. So just start this conversation off is the reason why most of the reason why I think the earth is flat is because so back in like they say the old world, that's what they used to call it, the old world. They always before they discovered what we live in now, which the new world, they always felt that the earth was flat, right? They would always say that you go too far, you're gonna fall off the ends of the earth. That's was the saying. Well, now the reason why I say I believe them is because that for some reason we say that they mapped out the stars at that time and they got it right, right? But for some reason we feel like they didn't get the flat earth right. I guess like he said, what we think we know, because I don't fully know. This is just my thoughts, should I say. So kind of break down to me why it can't be flat or why you feel it can't be flat with just based what I said or however you feel like you want to answer.
All right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like the Earth is not flat?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, one reason is we live. Okay, so we
Yeah.
live in the universe, right?
Right, right.
Yep.
All right. Within the universe, we have galaxies, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we live within a galaxy, correct?
Oh, I'm assuming I couldn't even
Yeah.
say correct, but
Okay,
I would
okay,
think
okay. We
so.
oh we okay. We look, look, look. We working off all assumptions. So we're assuming we live in the universe. We're assuming we live. We're assuming we live in the universe. We're assuming
Right,
that it's galaxies within the universe.
right.
We're assuming that our we live in a solar system that's a part of a galaxy, right?
Okay, I'm following.
Okay, so one reason why I believe that it's global or spherical is because when I look up at the night sky, everything else is spherical.
Okay.
And I mean, like that's like that issue can be torn apart. Don't get me wrong, but that's just my first instance as to I would automatically assume that the same place I was on was a part of all of this,
Right.
and I would assume that it was a similar shape to everything else that I saw in the night sky. And I'm assuming that it's the same shape due to how things are formed, right?
Right.
Okay, so with the James Webb Space Telescope, they just released all these images from the telescope that they launched out a million miles from Earth and brought all this stuff back, and they showed I want to say it was a nebula or something like that, someplace where stars are formed.
Right.
And the way they formed is gravity pulls everything together, right? And if you
Right.
have a center point that's pulling everything together, it's going to be equally, congregated around. So you get a ball, right?
Okay.
Same way as the moon, the sun, the planets we look at, Jupiter, Mars, all of this other stuff, right? So I just live under the assumption that Earth is a sphere too, because it possibly formed the same way. So that's the first instance.
Okay, I can dig that.
Shoot. What would you when I just to come back off of that one? Most of what I heard is we going by what we see, basically, right? By sight.
Yeah.
I mean, sight and the concepts of physics.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, sights and the concepts of physics with that one. That's what I was talking about earlier, where we got that saying, believe half of what you see and nothing you hear. So when we start digging deep and with our eyes, right? So our eyes can't see everything that's in front of us. Basically, it's things that are smaller that we can't see. It's colors that we can't see, different rays that our eyes can't see. That's why we got things like certain
infrared, ultraviolet,
there's different things to see the way certain things need to be seen, should I say. My blue is different from your blue when we look at it, right? And so what I mean by that is sometimes our eyes can play tricks on us and make us think we're seeing a ball. Or okay, now let me put it to you like this: when you look at a globe, the one you shake, right?
Snow globe.
Snow globe.
Okay.
It's the illusion that it's a round globe, but at the same time, we got a flat shape
bottom,
with the dome over it. And that's how I'm proposing that the Earth is, because they tell you that we got a border around it, right? A clear border, right? They don't say dome, they just say we got a clear
atmosphere,
border,
right?
Atmosphere, right? You see?
All right, okay.
And that's the clear border, right? And I say it as a dome. All right. So explain to me how the ball, and like if I'm at the top and somebody's at the bottom, China or whoever we're gonna say under us, how one standing up and the other standing that way?
How is if you on opposite sides of the earth?
Yeah.
How are both people standing up?
Yeah, like one we right here standing because it's a ball.
Okay.
And then somebody else under here and they stand.
Hey, I got a ball right here, man.
Yeah.
I got a ball right here.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, break it down to
us. So you saying if somebody standing on this side of the world and somebody standing over here, how they both right side up?
Right.
Well, you got to look into like the human perspective and human perception, right?
Okay.
Wherever you are, you're right side up. You know what I'm saying?
How is the question though? That's what I'm saying.
How?
We the same.
Okay, so basically what you're asking is if you got the ball and somebody standing up top, how is this person on the bottom not falling off?
Why he ain't falling?
Because it goes back to what I said like 5 minutes ago, where
pull.
when you have gravity pulls towards the center point.
Right.
It pulls towards the center point. So everything is pulling towards the center of the earth, right? So no matter where you stand, let me get my ball back. So no matter where you standing, just imagine like if you go right in the center of this, it's layers.
Right.
Gravity is pulling on that center from that center point, right?
Right.
Okay, so if you right here, you on the bottom, you on the side, wherever you at, you still being pulled towards that center point. So that's why what you looking at, you can see. That's why it appears like somebody up top, they standing up, person on the bottom, they ain't falling off because they still getting pulled towards the center.
Right.
But that whole thing of somebody being somebody at the North Pole, somebody at the South Pole, why does this person seem upright and this person seems upright too? That's human perception. That's your perception of your surroundings.
Right.
Everything is going to be upright to you, no matter where you are.
And so,
unless you do a headstand.
Now, JE, are you ruling out all images that are taken from like space stations or satellites and things like that that kind of show that can show, you know, just from a picture standpoint that you know the Earth is, you know, is a sphere?
Okay, so with one of that, it's kind of like I'm probably saying that those pictures go back to the site thing. Okay, NASA, starting with NASA, NASA, in Hebrew, NASA means to the sea. Okay, and that picture, when you look at that picture, it's actually a snake tongue. It's missing the body, but that tongue, I had to show it to you. I'm gonna pull it up and show it to you too.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so when you do the research about NASA, they tell you that they put every picture that they take from the space station through Photoshop. Right? It's on there. They take it through Photoshop before we see
to add color. To add color.
You see what I'm saying? And I can understand
color
that.
And all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you just got to do that to bring out the image.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's one. But I know that when you take pictures, it just could be an illusion, right? I'm just not too sure, because when I look up and I see the moon, you know, over here, and they see it. Okay, explain to me, the moon go under 2? Because Earth is a ball, right? Like you hold the ball up, you know, I ain't got a ball here, I got number 3. But if it going around it, right? But no matter where you at, like, how do people on the side? I don't know. No.
Bro, it's okay with the ball. Like the moon ain't going. Okay, say let me. All right. So this is the Earth right side up, right?
Right.
And it's kind of, you know, it's tilted on the angle, right? Spins.
Right.
Okay. So the moon doesn't have an orbit that goes this way. You know what I'm saying? It goes like this way around the Earth, right? All right.
So
if you look at the Earth,
the moon don't touch the bottom?
Huh?
The moon don't get to the bottom? Like the
bottom.
Where the
like look. No, it goes around like this.
Okay.
It goes
so
around like that. And if you look at a globe, most of the land masses are oriented like right around this part. You know what I'm saying? It goes around there. So if the moon is going around here and the moon is a good size and it's close to the Earth, everybody that's on this landmass is gonna be able to see it because it's going this way.
Right.
It would never, like, it's not going like that, so it never disappears from anybody in the night sky from anybody. Because like I said, like, it would be North America, South America, then you got Africa, you know what I'm saying, Europe, Asia, Antarctica. I mean, not Antarctica, but Australia, you know what I'm saying? So everybody is gonna see that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can see it within the middle. Okay. I see that, you know. It's there. I'm just so my major thing is that that's what they said back in the day, right? And everything they did back in the day, was basically it.
I mean, but you got to think about, like, the way they saw science. They didn't look at it the same way we look at it. If you didn't know anything about science, you didn't have any kind of scientific tools. You know what I'm saying? Like deductive reasoning. Like you ain't got none of that. You just walk outside and somebody. Okay, say you. How long ago did they come up with flat Earth? Like 6,000-7,000 years ago?
No, I don't know. I think they just changed it to the round Earth. Like
no. I'm talking about when was that first thought of, like, the flat Earth? It was like,
I thought
it was initially thousands of years ago, right?
Yeah, because it was the first thought, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, if you asking somebody from that age, that, you know, before telescopes and before all kind of stuff like that, if you just walk outside, then, I mean, you know, shit look flat, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, right. I can
you know
understand.
What I'm saying?
But but I get that, but it's just like saying, how could they figure out the star system? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like we say one part, and I get it.
Hey, wait. When you say they could figure out the star system, what you mean?
They mapped out all the stars.
Mapped out all the stars, but still
Yes.
thought the Earth was flat.
Yes, they didn't think they felt like they knew. We only changed it and said that no, it's not flat. But for those reasons, like they didn't have telescopes, they didn't have that. But then we sit up here and hell, we can't even build a business they built back then. So who you
that bro? Wait, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
But that's
a whole nother
right.
conversation.
But I feel that all ties. You telling me that we can figure out that it's round, but we can't even build the same type of buildings they built.
Hey, that's amazing, bro. But like I said, bro, that's a whole nother conversation where we talking about how like when did civilizations first start for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm completely under the mindset that it wasn't 5, 6, 7,000 years ago. Like they finding stuff that are putting civilizations back 23, 24,000 years. You know,
that's what I'm trying to tell you, and that's what I'm saying that like they didn't they didn't get the flat Earth theory from just themselves. Okay, now what if I put on your mind just to keep going with this that ain't no up, right? They doing the up to keep us looking up, right? When most of the stuff is really over and down.
Explain it. What you mean?
Okay, so underground. For some reason, we don't want to go in the oceans. We don't want to have a NASA underwater, right? We want to leave the planet, supposedly, right? It's so much stuff underwater that
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just don't fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we going out of space when we can't even go in the woods? We got caves that's bigger than Bolivar. You know what I'm saying? They can't explore, but we in space. What you talking about?
I agree.
So wait, are you saying that since we haven't explored like the full depths of the ocean in its entirety, that are you saying that we don't have the capability to go to space?
What I'm saying is they not telling us that they explored. I wouldn't doubt that they ain't down there, seeing and all of that, but they gonna tell us, hey, we up here when really we down here. Who lives in this pineapple under the sea? I'll tell you. Look, you ever seen that chum bucket on SpongeBob? The chum bucket, right? That's what Plankton. That's what he worked at, right? The chum bucket. Where chum is dead fish. That's what you scum. It's called the scum bucket. That's dead fish. So that was I saw that on I think Facebook or TikTok. Yeah, this man had a cannabis restaurant. We didn't even realize. So he said, yes, it was Plankton. It was it was called the Scum Bucket. That was the name of his restaurant. And scum is dead fish, And so he really selling dead fish to other fish. So there's cannibalism,
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So ain't no telling what else we missed. That's why I said who lives in the pineapple under the sea. And just on it, they let you know that they put a squirrel from Texas underwater in a dome. I'm telling you, bro. They let you know that we could get a living animal to live under the ocean. It's just me.
I mean, there's some merit to that, right? I mean, 75% of the earth is, water. So, I mean, I do understand where you are coming from in regards to them going more so into space exploration versus, exploring marine life. But my thing would be like, I mean, we're blessed. We're blessed young men. Like I can say that the three of us, we're pretty well traveled for the most part. So my question would be, okay, so if the earth is a flat surface, right? I've been out the country multiple times before. Is it the exact same time right now that is it the same time right now that it's right now in Paris right now?
So time is an illusion, boss. So in order to get all of this in your mind, you got to believe everything that's on the board. So in order for you to play the game of basketball, you got to don't double or don't walk, but that's you playing by the rules.
Yeah, 100%.
So you deciding to play by the rules, right? My thing is that's you playing by the rules. What is time? Because right now I could jump across that border, Kentucky, right here, jump across and I done went an hour ahead. Did I really?
Okay. So
Mhm.
it's okay. So so is the sun shining where you're at right now?
See, now we talking because we say I'm many moons old or many suns old. So we can say the sun is not shining, but the sun has nothing to do with time.
I get exactly what you're saying, but I'm
Mhm.
pretty much going in the direction of
True.
okay, if the earth is a flat surface, right?
Mhm.
If
Okay.
I have a flat surface and I turn on the light and the sun is on, right? The sun is
Mhm.
shining. Would the sunlight be present all over in the entire earth if it's flat? So if it
So okay, the way that work, it depends on what the sun angle. That almost go back to like the camera work when you directing the angles of the light. So it depends on where the sun is at. It's gonna be different things. Gonna be light different. You know.
I got you.
Hey, but Jerry, you come on now. You and I both know through photography and lighting and stuff that we both know, bro. Like
Uh-huh.
Are you a conspiracy
unless
theorist, Jared?
unless
JE?
See, that's another word. You gotta watch out for that word. That's the word to put people in a box. You see?
hey, look, bro. I am not with it, man. I am not with it. Like
Yeah.
the conspiracies and all of that stuff, man. Like I
Mhm.
used to like think about the stuff when I was a little kid, and I used to be like, man, that's crazy, bro, that people think like that. But now,
Yeah.
man, dude, I'm talking.
Shit, boy. I'm telling
Hey,
you.
look, it's a whole bunch of stuff out there that they
Yeah.
don't tell you that you got to actually go and unearth and find yourself. But I
Yeah.
tell you this, man. I
Yeah.
tell you this. It's a lot of stuff that you got to go out, find, and unearth
Yeah.
and make some true discoveries on your own. But I tell you this,
Mhm.
man. Flat Earth ain't one of them,
See, we don't know.
buddy.
See,
Flat Earth ain't one of them, buddy.
but
You know what I'm
all
saying?
we
Hey, even okay, look. Check this out. Let's get back to the flat Earth thing. All right,
Mhm.
so if the Earth is flat, right?
All right.
Okay, so let me ask you, where is the sun?
So
If the Earth flat and
right.
and it's protected by
No.
what is it, a glass dome top
No,
or
I wouldn't say a dome.
a transparent dome,
There you go. Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so where's the sun? Is the sun outside that dome or the sun inside the dome?
Okay, so I can only talk about what I believe, not what I know, because I don't know. You know, it's only what
You don't know.
I
Yeah,
believe to be true, right?
yeah.
And so
Remember. Everything we say, we working under assumptions.
right. So I'm just assuming that it's inside the dome, right? Because it is also being protected, right? Because you gotta realize that if the sun is as hot as they say that sucker is, and they say it's that far away from us, can't how stuff being able to be close to it? It's this hot to us, right? And they saying this planet's closer to the sun, right? So they not burning up, or they,
Yeah,
like
Mercury is on fire, boy.
yeah, but under the assumption in a way, you know what I'm saying? That's by our eye. Nobody has been there. So we don't know if it's
Yeah,
on fire or not.
yeah.
It just look like it's on
Yeah.
fire. You
Yeah.
see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's close. Hey, but then man, come on, like how stuff travel in space. Like there ain't nothing gonna stop
See,
unless
that's
a
the
force
thing.
is acted on it.
We don't
You know what
know.
I'm saying?
That's what we taught in school. All right, let me tell you this. First grade through 12th grade is 12. See, I learned that hell, they put people through 12-step programs to program, just like the alcohol 12-step program. It takes 12 steps to program a person. So that's why when you go to school, pipeline to prison or to being a good corporate
Mm,
America,
12, you say 12 hours. 12 hours, man.
12
12-hour
steps.
time system, man. 12 steps across the sky of Horus. But man, like I said, that's another conversation, man.
Talk to me though, but
That's another conversation, man.
yeah. But all of that stuff aligns. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, it's a rabbit hole. We could talk forever about so much. And it'll never even make it to the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I'm
nah,
telling you.
it's so much out there, man. It's crazy because like a lot of people like me, man, like I be on social media, but you know what I'm saying, certain
Yeah.
times I take a step back from it because
Yeah.
most of the time when I'm on social media, I'm looking up stuff that we talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm checking out
Uh-huh.
people's pages and I'm looking at this and but the thing is, like when you're doing your research, when you're doing your quote unquote research, man, you got to look at no matter where. Okay, look, let me go back. Let me go back.
Talk to me.
Like when I started, getting into like conspiracies and stuff like that, I told myself I was like, I'm not going into this on either side.
Right.
I'm going in here looking for valid or what I see, what I feel
What
to be
appeals to
valid
you?
information,
Right.
and at any time I reserve the right to change my mind as long
There
as
you
I
go.
have valid information.
There you
So
go.
I could be over here today,
Uh-huh.
and then 3 months from now I can come across some valid, more recent information, and now I might be over here.
It's
You
that
know what I'm
simple.
saying?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yep. Uh-huh. That's
And
what
it's
you're
just
supposed to do.
it's I don't know, man. It's like
Uh-huh.
you try to like, you learn something and you get excited about learning something, and you think you then, your eyes been open to something, and you go
Yeah.
and you talk to somebody about it and they don't know what the fuck you
Yeah.
talking
You better know
about. You know
that.
what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I wish I could really sit down with somebody and talk
Yeah.
to some people about the shit that I know, or shit
Mhm.
that I assume that I know. You know
Right.
what I'm
Or
saying?
just strive to know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it don't make me $1, make me this. I want to know. You
I
Right.
know,
want to know.
I
I
just
want
want.
to know. Yeah.
Look at this right here. So this is a. Hold on. Let me. All right. So crap. That not this one. Let me find that one. It's another one that I saw. Hold on. This right here. I wish you could make it big without going on there. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, y'all done seen what you call that shit? What's that movie? Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
So on the Game of Thrones, see the movies they be playing, they what's up, Paul? They do stuff, they mess around. So you see this
Yeah.
ice wall, right? So it's
Yeah.
theory that Antarctica is around the earth, right? Not just at the bottom, right? Or is it at the top? At the top. Where Antarctica at?
South Pole.
South Pole. Okay, so there got theories that it's around. And that ice wall, that ice wall on Game of Thrones, where the what's
Yeah.
the name people came from.
Keeping the White Walkers and the other
Talk
little
to me.
folks out and shit.
All
Yeah.
right. So the other folks out. All right. So it's like they trying to, I don't know, they play with it on Hollywood. All right. So you see these areas, it's two areas where you can get out and you get other lands.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Anunnakis?
Yeah. Come
So
on, man.
so the Anunnaki land is one of them. Is the Anunnaki land?
Yes, I think it's the outermost rim, right?
No, I think the Anunnaki's in here. See, it's more rims than even.
Okay.
I thought it was up in here
That's what I'm talking
somewhere.
about. I see you saying that we are inside the ice wall in the center.
It's us. This called the
next-
known lands.
The side that's right outside the ice wall. What is who?
Yeah.
The Anunnaki supposed to be in that area.
That's supposed to be the Anunnakis in here. It's one of these, but I can't find it. I probably got to find another map. Let me see if it's a.
Hey, do we need to run down who the Anunnaki are?
Yeah, they do. Go ahead and hit them with it. They don't know.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So this just off the rip, man, without me like reading nothing and like being super specific, like not verbatim, but right. Anunnaki and Jerry, if I get something wrong, man, correct me, bro.
Oh, I can't correct you. Only thing I got, you know what I'm saying? Like I can think I can correct. I just add my input. Do your thing though.
Yeah, but from what I think I know, the Anunnaki are for lack of a better term, I'm gonna say an alien race or an alien species that allegedly came to Earth when we were in our developmental stages as primates, and they manipulated our DNA.
Fallen stages. And at that one. Supposedly, they said that they came to get us back to the state that we were at. They said we have fallen. Yeah.
I didn't know that part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The only thing I knew, thought I knew was what I had read was that they manipulated our DNA and it sped us up through like evolution. Because if you look at humans and you look at our closest relative, the chimpanzee, it's like over a period of like, well, I'm not gonna give no numbers a period of years because I'll probably get it wrong. But if you take a time period and you compare the human brain and how we develop to our closest relative or any other animal on the planet for that matter, it's an exponential growth over that time period. So it's thought that our DNA was manipulated with in some kind of way to get us to where we are now, to where we are advanced.
Understood.
And is this the same group? Because I also heard something else, man. I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff, and I don't know if you heard about this, but or if it was even the Anunnaki. But the Anunnaki wanted to, I guess, bring us up because they needed labor to mine gold.
Yeah, bam, you hit it. Yeah, supposedly they was gonna be their slaves for here. Like they came here and needed to go, just like the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they came here and turned us, like they were saying, into their slaves, and they genetically modified us in a sense, just like how they do today. You can have a baby right now, make them born, blue eyes,
CRISPR,
all type of stuff. You know now,
CRISPR,
boss, they can download. They download. Okay, so they said, a computer. When that computer died, we take the server off, and put it into a new one. Can we do people like that? So they do people like that. They download your conscience, and add it into another person. Right now, today, you can pay $80,000 versus $160,000 to freeze from the neck up. $80,000. The whole thing $160,000. Say you got cancer. They say, hey, terminal cancer. They tell you, hey, come on over here in this cryotherapy. We'll freeze your whole body or your head, and then we'll freeze you for about 100 years, or whenever we get a cure for the cancer that you get, bring you back to life, cure you. And then you be like, you just did my neck up. Well, when we bring you back to life, we'll attach it to another body. We should be that advanced by then. It's called cryotherapy. You just the stuff they don't tell you about, but if you reach out there, they don't hide it from you because you can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
And so with the Anunnakis, watch this story. Watch this now. You ready? So he got off the ship, walked off, water flow all out, right? Because they reptilian people, okay? So why you think we ain't in the ocean? Because them motherfuckers down there, and they know not to play with down there, and try to expose them because they down there. What you think a mermaid is? The mermaids? They just keep it going. That's what I feel like. All this stuff. You seen the Starbucks, Sigma? Starbucks? That's a mermaid. That's a mermaid. You're right. Holding her tail. It used to have the titties out because what mermaids do, they come up and be pretty so they can get a man and then they'll eat them, right?
Bro, on this Starbucks junk, man, I promise for the longest time when I used to look at that, man, I used to think Shorty on the logo was holding legs up, boy.
That's what she's doing. That's the point. She holding her, but it's her tail, but she holding her legs up, and she used to have her titties out. But they had to change it because they brought people in there. At first, you couldn't keep men out of Starbucks. That was the point. It was to attract men. And then as the world started to get a little more like we gotta synthesize stuff, they put her in front of the titties, but they still got the legs open and stuff. And it's rough. But all right, so now they threw the water out, right? They come out. One came out there teaching them, telling them, look, y'all used to be higher beings. Y'all got thrown out from where y'all were from. Supposedly all of us, a lot of us, is from outer space. That's why, like from other planets, not outer space, but like not from this known land, from other ones, right? That's why, like our blood pressure supposedly high. That's why they say we good space people as black people or whatever. But anyway, he got off the ship and he killed himself, committed suicide after he got to talking and telling them. Committed suicide, and what you think they did to him? They ate him. Who ate his body parts, the people. This was the point. He killed himself so that they can eat him. He gave them himself, and then he resurrected himself. Damn. I said, what do we got here? Something ain't right. We have to, I don't know.
So you saying that the genetic modification came from that point when they ate the flesh?
It could be, but I know one thing. That where else do we hear that story at?
Where you hear that?
Oh, that's the story of Jesus. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that, and supposedly this was supposed to be way before that, that stuff.
Yeah.
But That's
I
just
think it was something about the Sumerians. We used to
Mhm.
talk about that. They had a whole story about that. But the Sumerian story was I don't know if they said it was the Anunnaki, but
right.
the Sumerian story was space people came down and
Mhm.
taught them stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
what was it? Taught them stuff,
hmm
and then it was like, okay, you know how we got levels of hierarchy in like
Right.
government. You know what I'm saying? You got lieutenant general, all this type of stuff,
Mhm.
right? So it was two higher ups.
Right.
I'm just gonna say the Anunnaki. I don't know if this is who. No, I'm just gonna say space people because they said space
That'll
people.
work. That'll work.
All right, so it was two of the higher ups, like two of the people that were in charge of the space people, right?
Right.
And then the Sumerian text it says that one
Uh-oh.
of them wanted to enslave us and use us to like mine gold and natural resources that they need, and the other one just wanted to teach us so that we would be better off. And some kind of way they got into it, and they had a war. The space people had a war with each
Right.
other
hmm
over that disagreement on
Understood.
how humans should be either should we be a workforce or should we be left to our own?
Right. I can
And
understand that.
that's something that's written in like Sumerian text, and that's like thousands of years before like
All right.
religion as we know it today.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then, like, see, a lot of people that talk religion don't even read the Bible.
They
First off,
don't.
you know what
They
I'm
don't.
saying? Like, they don't even understand it because one thing I would say, because they're going to the Bible now with it, that if we're gonna go by the Bible, we know God didn't play. It wasn't
No.
even about like no turn the other cheek. It's times for turning the other cheek, right?
Right.
Times, and it's times for picking up your sword. Like,
Yeah.
all right. So it make me wonder with all these babies, right, that's being born, right? Like, were they making them? Now, Tex, you can the Nephites. I ain't saying it right. Hit me out. How you say it?
No, the Nephites. You're good.
Yeah. And so at the end of the day, there was an abomination basically because they was created not by God, right?
Right.
That's the basis. So these babies that's being born, like you got two mamas, and like they being born like test tube babies, right? It just make me wonder: are they going to be considered Nephites? How you say it?
Nephitites.
Not Nephites because they are, both.
Nephites.
They supposedly both be, spiritual, not spiritual beings because we all are, but like they are, mixed angels, and
Yeah, I got you.
I would say probably different realms that entered into each other. That
Right.
angel was from a different dimension, and he allowed himself to enter into something from this dimension, right? And
Right.
so, why? What you think?
Man, before I was gonna say I wanted to put this out there first. I wanted to clear the air or ask this question directly because I know that you first of all, you're 100% right that the God in the Old Testament, the God of the Torah, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, that dude is a savage, okay?
Okay.
He was reckless, you know what
Right.
I mean, and so with that character,
Right.
do you believe that Jesus is the Messiah? With that character and with people believing that, the question really is Jesus God? You know what I'm saying? Is Jesus God? That is the question.
Right. So,
And I can answer I'll let you go, but I'll go ahead.
So from my understanding of it, is basically he is in threes, right? In which it is God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus, right? They are kind of supposedly in a sense one, in a sense, but they are the Trinity.
The Trinity, yeah. God the Father, God the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Right. And so that's why I would say that, because when you say God, you ain't saying nobody. And that's what I be trying to tell everybody. Like, you say God, okay, God is an adjective.
Exactly.
They describe something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because you have to be able to identify with God. So God isn't God isn't some guy who just sits in. I mean, obviously he's up top, but he's not just like some guy pushing a button that has no
But watch this.
personality.
Up top of what? Is he just the highest level of conscience? Not necessarily he's up.
Yeah.
He's the highest form of consciousness.
Absolutely. That's real.
You know?
No, you're 100% right, man. I mean, I believe that, and I've kind of struggled with this, right? I've struggled with this, and I think that, did you guys grow up like in a Baptist church or?
Man, I don't even get none of how they say we grew up in church. It's so many things they don't make no
sense. So many
sense.
different churches, you know what I'm saying? I think that everyone owes it to themselves to have their own self-discovery. You know what I'm saying? To understand, and I look at it. This is what I base my belief why Jesus is the Messiah, because we're not ignorant church folks. You know what I'm saying? One of the main reasons why we're talking right now about this, probably because the church didn't have the answers that we are seeking. But you have to look at things from a larger scale, right? From the perspective of that Jesus Christ, literally, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, is involved in some of the focal points in other religions at the same token. You know what I'm saying? So there's Christianity. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Muslim, the Quran, for example, was written 800 years after the Bible. Mm-hmm. If you're a Muslim, then a part of their belief is that you have to believe in Jesus the Christ. You know what I'm saying? For those that are Mormons, you know what I mean? So it's like, regardless of Hindus, Jesus Christ is the focal point of the vast majority of all those religions. And so there are people that say, hey, I believe in God, but, but the question is, who is God to you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
saying? Exactly. Because if we go back in Roman times, we had many gods.
Exactly. 100%.
So it's like, which one? And then that's why he say, I am the one and only true God. So that let me know. I said, ooh, that means there's more. Yeah. Think about that for one sec. You see, I'm the only true. Now, what you think might be a God just because he got powers, don't forget I gave him them.
Right.
If he's not using them the way I want him to use them, I take them. Just like the devil. Okay. What do y'all feel the most powerful tool is that you can use to manipulate people?
That's a good question. Probably what they believe. You know what I'm saying?
That's one. But the ticket is music.
That's true.
Why you think hip hop rule the world? Because
that's very true.
Music, frequencies, vibrations.
Yeah.
I can do stuff just because you don't understand. If I burn you, it still burn you. You ain't gotta understand. It's still gonna burn you. You see what I'm saying? 100%. So you don't understand how frequencies work. How if I play, so music used to be on like 402 hertz or something, but they changed the hertz. So I heard Kanye West talk about 808, right?
Yeah.
So the 808 supposedly supposed to be the lowest form of your chakra. So now that's why they say we on lower level. Like, so you on a lower level when you hear the 808. Think about this. We finna get ready to fight. That's them drums. The soldier. Okay. You play the drums in the war. We getting ready. We getting ready to be vicious. You see what I'm saying? They put you in a vicious state. That 808, them drum beats. What do? Ride around, listen to rap all day with them drum beats. That's why we vicious. We ready to be vicious. We being tuned to be vicious, and we don't even know it. By listening to that 808 beat, we getting ready to go to war.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but you can go a little bit deeper in this whole thing, because I'm pretty deep in the religion world, and I've had those conversations with people who will say things like, okay, you can't use and I get that. I'm to the point now where I can talk about the Bible, but I try not to reference the Bible as much as possible when I'm talking to individuals. And so the thing is that people will say that, was the Bible written, for control? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, what are your thoughts on that situation? Do you feel like that The Bible was written for control. I mean, because if you can go a little deeper in this too, at some point in time you have to recognize that, hey, there's lost books of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? There are lost books of the Bible that are not found in the King James version, right?
No, they ain't lost. they
they're
just
not
got
lost.
taken out.
They're lost from
that's
the
what
Bible.
he's saying. I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But they're not. They're obviously there, but they're not. You know, people aren't going to open up the Bible and find the Book of Enoch in there, or they're not going to go in there and find the Book of Adam and Eve, which really talks about more of, you know, Adam and Eve after you know, the incident with Cain and Abel, after they left the Garden of Eden. It kind of goes a little deeper into that, and so. Those are definitely some interesting points, right? You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, was the Bible written, you know, for, you know, to gain control over people? If that was the case, then why were some parts of the Bible omitted? You know what I'm saying?
Watch this. So this is my thing with that. So we got to start off with that saying that I can't make you believe fire gonna burn you, even if you don't. We're gonna start with that one, and then so the second thing to know about that is, all right, with that you can try to like set me up, like make me, like, by taking something out, you trying to make something happen, right? Well, guess what? By you taking that out, you didn't realize that he already knew too many people weren't gonna understand all of this, so I just got to give them this and this and this and this, because if they go too deep, because right now you can go talk to somebody outside about this, they're gonna look at you like, what the hell? And you lost. And you ain't get the point across. Like you didn't help them because you wasn't on their level. You see what I'm saying? Right. So therefore, all of that may go over too many people's heads. It may be too much information. So by what you thinking you taking out, you really steering people right where they need to go. Right there. When your son or whatever asks you, can I go to Disney World? We don't need to tell them, well, we got to go to work to make this money, and at work I got to do this at work and do all that. All they want to know if we going or not, you know. And then they get there and they go. It ain't about the middle part of it. Now watch this scenario. This just a little bit off, but this like a scenario for like a blessing that you messing up. All right, we got a mama and 2 kids. She getting them ready to go to the park. All right. Okay. All right, getting ready for your blessing in a sense. All right, so she get one ready. One of them go get his shirt dirty while she getting the other one ready, right? Now she gotta go get that boy, change his clothes and clean them up before they can go to the park. Well, guess what just happened? Your blessing had to be put on hold, which is the park, because I gotta clean you back up to get you ready for the park. All right, so your blessing is there, but you keep on going back up, messing yourself up, and so God got to keep on cleaning you back up because you keep messing yourself up to get to where you going, right? So to go to the park, you just can't go naked, you know, out here. You have to get prepared and properly dressed, right? So that's with anything. I can't call you a duck unless at least you look like one. But I tell people you can be anything you want to be. Just play the part, you know? Just play the part. And so now to come back with this, they can try. I just feel like you can try, but everything you do, all roads lead back to him.
100%.
Part, you see? So they out, true enough. What else you gonna tell me true? You know what I'm saying? When they say the books out of the Bible, they took them out, tell about that. Like, yeah, that's true, but okay, what does that mean? You know?
Right. I agree. No, I completely agree.
Hey, but with that, men took those books out. So how do you feel about a regular man just deciding?
Yeah, because think about this: men want power. Understand? So power, knowledge is power. So if I take that knowledge from you, I took some of your power away, and I gained more power over you. You see? So power, I feel now they want the power. That don't change the fact that you still can get to the truth. You know, you block the road off to get to Walmart. That's my normal way, but it's still another way.
It's another way, yeah. And I believe if it's real, then regardless of what you're exposed to on that level, like you said, there's a way to get back to him. You know what I'm saying? It's always a way, you know. And you know, you got to look at history, you know what I'm saying, with with Caesar. You know, Jesus was involved. I mean, just from a historical evidence alone, that
Right.
you know, Jesus the Christ. You know, what I'm saying he existed. You know,
Yeah.
he existed, and I look at how it spread. Like, you know, when Jesus died, you know, the word spread. You know what I mean? The
Spread.
disciples, they went on and they decided to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and you know, with his death, you know, things spread, and you know, people were made aware of, you know, of Christianity, that he's the way, the truth, the light, you know, all of that jazz. But what I also take into consideration is that, you know, if you spend some time in the Old Testament, there's a lot of prophecies that have come into place, you know, through other men,
Yeah.
about, you know, about Jesus the Christ to come. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and even the death of Jesus Christ, like all that has been, there's evidence, like physical historical evidence, that proves that, you know, that Jesus was real, that he existed, and that he died, and that he did get up, you know. And I mean, that's all. I watched this documentary. It was some maybe like 10 or 11 years ago. It was a CNN, and they did this whole study, and they went, you know, and they, you know, were able to confirm essentially that, you know, that Jesus the Christ is real, and that there was a tomb, you know, that there was evidence showing that there was somebody that was present,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean? And
Blood
so
on that blanket one. I think I saw that it had blood on the blanket. I think they
exactly. Yep, it had blood.
Yep.
Exactly, it had blood on the blanket, man. It had blood on the blanket, and so we. I mean, for me, I needed. I don't say I needed that, because I believe Jesus Christ is God. But it's good to know that when you're having a conversation, you know, when with individuals that are like, well. Like you were saying, people don't really know the Bible. They don't know. They're just going off of how they feel, or you know, or what they think. You know,
they just go to church on Sunday. They go.
All right, so hey, let me. I got a question. All right, so how long ago were these events?
Which
like,
what
like a time period? Like you talking about like Jesus and everything. How long ago were those events?
So Julius Caesar time? When was that? What was that?
No. I'm not talking about like meeting of Nicaea or anything like that. I'm talking about actual Jesus performing miracles and everything. Christianity birthed out.
See, he was here when Julius Caesar. They just don't.
Caesar. Oh, you said okay. You said Caesar.
Book.
Okay.
Yeah, Julius Caesar. Yeah, it's so crazy we learn about Julius Caesar in school, but for some reason, Jesus wasn't in that book. How?
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was about to say next. Exactly.
Yeah. Like that's the craziest stuff. That's the confusing thing. That would confuse you. Jesus was around during Julius Caesar time, during the Romans time. He walked in there, flipped over the table, like, "Hey, I quit selling all this stuff in here. You know, this is holy ground, and you selling everything. You know,
right.
Take that somewhere."
No. But my question goes back to all right. So, but how long ago was that? 2,000 years?
I don't know.
3,000?
However long,
2,000 years ago.
Okay,
2,000 some years ago, roughly 2,000 some years ago.
Right.
All right. So we already said that civilization, you know, dates back 23,000 years.
Right.
So what was going on in that time period?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, first we don't really know. First off, but there was the thing. See, we got the pyramids and all of that. That's why I say we sit here and say telescopes, technology, and shit and stuff wasn't invented when we just don't know. We don't know how life was at that time. I just believe it was a space war. And
no, I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Okay, we talking about the religion part. As far as as far as that, Jesus wasn't around. Christianity wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? So like, what were those people doing? You know what I'm saying? Like. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
they didn't believe in Jesus. They didn't believe in Jesus. They
couldn't believe in him because he didn't exist yet, right?
He didn't exist. That's before the inception of Jesus Christ. 100%.
Yeah. So they believed in like the water gods, the wind gods, like all this.
The wind god. Yeah, exactly. They worship things like the air, the sun.
Yeah,
you know
I get all that. Yeah. So they in hell, right? All of them.
No. So okay, the way that worked right there before. So all right.
No, that's the question. That's the question.
So they say hell. No one is in the lake of fire. Okay, supposedly we're going by the Bible because I told you people don't really read the Bible.
They
So
don't, bro.
no one is in the lake of fire at this moment. Okay, supposedly think about this: God didn't make you to be destroyed, right? He
Right.
didn't make you to be destroyed, so that's why you will burn in the lake of fire forever because you can't be destroyed. You see how that is, and so but no one's there yet. Now people went to hell like Noah and all of them, right? But supposedly it was two hells. Okay, it was down, but you went in the lake of fire. It was
Yeah.
almost two sides,
It's
and
levels to it. It's levels to it. Yeah.
right. And so one person was on this side, like not knowing them, but the bad people. And then you had Noah and them on this side. Noah and them still went to hell now, because back in the day, one sin sent you to hell. And so he was in hell, but it's a different hell than where these people in hell. And we got the lake of fire down here, though. So you can look across and see them. This is in the Bible. They looked across and you can see the other people. Well, if you remember what happened when Jesus died, where did he go? He went to hell to get the lost souls. He went to get Noah and them, that side. And so when he went to get Noah and them, because they were still faithful now, but they still committed a sin, but they was faithful. Yeah. So he took them up, to a higher level or whatnot.
All right. Okay. So everybody before Christianity,
all right, went to hell.
Jesus, they went to hell, and Jesus went back and just brought all of them back out, right?
This is what the story says.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's for everybody.
Spirits now. We're talking about spirits now, because remember when your car died, you get out, don't you? It ain't over. Yeah. It's over for that car. So this body is the car. So you got the spirits and brought them back.
But no, what I'm saying is, so everybody that predated Christianity, that's who Jesus went back and got out of hell, right?
We can't say everybody went to hell, but people, but we could say probably majority.
But if you commit one sin, you automatically go to hell, right?
You can't say everybody committed sin.
Right.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. What person do you know in their life never committed not one sin?
Okay,
you can eat too much and that be a sin.
I think what it is I think it's the book of life, right? It's the book of life. So it's more so it's a scale, right? So it's more so I get what you're saying, Jay, the sin thing, but it's more so okay. Was there more good that outweighed?
That's what
I mean. What I'm saying, the evil in a sense. You see what I'm saying?
That's what qualified you.
Sorry about that.
Predated Christian. That's what qualified. Those were the qualifications that had to be met for Jesus to come back and get you out of hell at that time, right?
No, for you to go to heaven versus hell.
Exactly.
Like the Egyptians, you weigh a feather. If your heart
and your
feather, then you see, like that type in a sense.
Okay. So let's come to today. You know what I'm saying? Like school me on this. All right. So, okay. Does it say in the Bible that the only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ, right? You gotta, Jesus Christ got to be your Lord and Savior. You got to accept him, and you got to,
believe.
You got to admit it, right?
He said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the light. No man can come to the Father except by me."
Right.
Except by you. Okay, so then, in present time, so does that mean anybody that's not a Christian and anybody who is who does not admit that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, do they automatically? I'm not gonna say they go to hell, since y'all said nobody is in hell. Right. Do they not get admittance into heaven? Do they not, do they not get admitted?
What was the question? Say the question again.
Okay, because I'll be specific. Muslims, do Muslims believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior?
Nope.
No, they don't. Muslims believe that Jesus the Christ was a prophet.
Yep,
prophet, and not right, but not the Lord and Savior, right?
Right. They say
he's and in the Bible it says that the only way into the kingdom is through Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah. So the answer is Jay. Yeah. Supposedly it don't nothing but how many people text 7 and 4? What's the number? Hold on. Supposed to get 7. Shit.
Let me look it up. Because
like 606 it's 600,000 or something. Jay, it ain't a lot. If we go by the way of the Bible, it ain't a lot, and that's why
it's not packed, bro. Like that's why it says it's a very narrow road, bro.
That's the thing. That's why they say follow the gate that leads to the narrow road.
Okay, so then by that statement, by that belief, then every Muslim is not gonna go to heaven, right? So
I wouldn't say that
basically,
because would he be a Muslim before he die? Or just because he say he a Muslim, how do he really actually live his life? Because every Christian ain't going to heaven.
Right, exactly.
You
And
see
then
what
I got it, and that's
I'm,
and this is a
some
complicated
I'm talking
conversation.
about. Okay. Look, you
Uh-huh.
got different religions, and
Right.
to this day and age, you got different religions, right?
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 Like Hinduism, Buddhism,
Yeah.
Islam. You know what I'm saying? You got all
Yeah.
of that stuff. And those people do not accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior. So I'm just asking the question of those people will never get into heaven, no matter how many good deeds they do, no matter how magnificent of a person they are. Like, there's nothing they can do to get into heaven if they don't accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior. No matter if they could be the most, outstanding people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? The most generous, the most kind-hearted, whatever. No matter what they do, because they don't accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, they can't get into heaven, right?
Per way of the Bible. Nope.
Yeah, the way of the Bible, 100%. But you'd be
Okay,
surprised. Go ahead.
So cool. So let me ask you this: how would you feel if? Okay, so let me ask you this: can a Christian, because you can repent and ask for forgiveness and all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how would you feel? Okay, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Can a person that's a Christian not be that good of a Christian, and then they change their lives? Let's say they die at 52.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just say we know this person is gonna die at the age of 52.
Right.
But their whole life they've been, like a regular person. They not, no saint or nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
But let's just say at 51,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, they accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and they live like that for their last year of their life. Do they get into heaven?
100%. 100%.
Okay, so that person gets into heaven. They have not, they live literally one good year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One good year where they accepted Jesus Christ out of 51. They live one good year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if it's a Muslim or somebody that practices Hindu or Buddhism or whatever, they are an amazing person their entire life. They do for others. They take care of the sick. They, did something for the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Those that were starving. You know what I'm saying? They giving the clothes off their back. The most generous person and they live their whole life as nothing but peace. And I just want to give, and I want to make the world a better place, or make the world of a person a better place. You feel what I'm saying? And that person dies,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't go to heaven.
Bro, if I don't care who you is,
Yeah.
it's gonna burn you. It don't care.
It's
Just
based
like,
on
they're just like your mama. Like if somebody's mama was went to jail, a junkie or whatever, the kid gonna be 9 times out of 10 fucked up. He can't help it. Like do he get somebody? He don't. Look at Jay. Yeah.
And then you got to think about this. Not 100% of Indian people are Christians either, bro. I mean, there's so many other individuals that you think they would be Hindu based on where they come from, but
Right.
eventually they've received some sort of revelation, and they've come to terms with believing in Jesus. And I think that we use the term Christian a little loosely because by the world, I wouldn't consider myself to be a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I don't think that I agree with how the message is being relayed to the people and how the people, receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think that it's more so it's based on having that relationship. You know what I'm saying? The relationship supersedes religion, bro. You know what I mean? And I go ahead.
What's religion? That's what people. That's why I say people don't read the Bible.
It's man-made, dude.
He ain't never once tell you to have no religion.
Exactly.
Fact, watch this. I'm finna really get him. He ain't never once told you to get baptized.
Yeah.
John the Baptist. I swear, John the Baptist started that. He got baptized so that he can when you get baptized, you ain't doing nothing but telling the world you believe in Jesus. Nothing more. That's what that stands for. It's showing who you believe in. But it don't do nothing. You don't have to get baptized. It's the walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the walk. It ain't the, baptized. But everybody, when I've been baptized, okay.
Exactly.
You got he didn't say get baptized. He didn't say have a religion. None of that. Matter of fact, we do everything that the other nations do.
Yeah.
That's what our problem is.
Right. Exactly.
Christmas, Santa Claus.
100%.
That's the demon. Santa Claus is the demon. He
Right.
raised the elves are demons, little demons. You know, that's an elf. An elf is a demon. You know, and people in Europe know about this. I ain't even know about. Hold on, EJ. EJ, he gotta tell me the name. Hold on, let me get it.
It's getting pretty good. It's some good stuff. Some good stuff. I'm right at home. I'm good either way. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
good.
I know. Soon as we switch topics to this, I was like, oh, here go Tex. I'm just gonna let Tex have it.
Come here, E. In here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, what's the name of that that thing, that Crimson? What's his name? They be getting them
Krampus?
Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus. All right, thank you. Yep.
Okay.
But Krampus.
Okay.
So have y'all ever heard of Krampus?
You put them in your bag.
Yeah, so Krampus. You done heard of them before? Tex, you done heard of Krampus?
I have heard of Krampus.
Krampus, yeah, there it is. So
Krampus, yeah.
That right there, that's Christmas. That's Santa Claus, you know, and but it's the demon, and he come and take little kids and
take the bad. Yeah, if you be bad, that's who you
100%. And if you really look at, like, you know, I mean, so it even, like, Jeremiah talks about that, the fool that, you know, the fool that decorates the tree and puts silver and gold, decks it with silver and gold or what have you. But if you break down the word Santa,
it's Satan backwards.
It's
Satan. It's Satan, you know.
It's Satan, 100%.
Rearrange some shit.
If you rearrange it, 100%. If you rearrange it, there's Satan. So it's like you can't really get caught up in the system that the world creates, man. This false narrative that sways you away from, you know what I'm saying, from what is legit and what is just BS. You know what I'm saying? That's no different. That's no different from, like, you know, it talks about in the Old Testament where, you know, we're not recommended to eat shrimp and lobster and seafood. You know what I'm saying? It also talks about Leviticus that you shouldn't even be in the same household as your wife when she's on her cycle. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but you gotta think about it. They gotta be on to something.
100%.
Because when you in there with your wife, she agitated on their peers, right? So I'm just saying it could be on to something. There could be her space. There could be what she needs, something, you know. And they're trying to protect you, and we don't get it spiritually. It could be something else, you know. More.
No, you're 100% right, man.
I'm gonna tell you, we the smartest dummies you ever want to meet. I ain't lying, but look, have you ever heard about the spells? I'm trying to get this. Let me get my iPad. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
I wish I had my damn pen, but it'll be all right. So our language. I mean, yeah. So all right, watch this. This is our we got the English language. You see what I done there? You see that? So at the end of language, it got witch, right? Yeah, so language. So all right, when you go to school, you learn how to spell, don't you? Yeah, you learn how to write spells. And so you learn how to write spells, and sometimes you get taught how to write in cursive, right?
Right.
You see that curse? Yeah. When you write in cursive, don't you sign your name in cursive? 100%. They tell you, they say, give me a signature, not print. You know why? Because signature make the curse stronger. So therefore, that's why you sign your name. It make the curse stronger. It's powerful when you sign it, when you write it in cursive. All right. So, all right. Look at this word. That's test, right? The word test. Damn, I don't even know. It's so bright. You can't even, hold on. No, it won't even show really. Let me see, can I make it thick? Hold on. Yeah, there you go. All right, so text. All right, you see that, right? Where text go? Hold on, we'll wait till. Okay, all right. You see this, right? All right. So,
Okay.
end of the day, we call them letters, don't we?
Yeah.
But for some reason, we the only people that don't call that's a symbol. See, they messed us up. That's the alphabet. So they told us that. So that's what we programmed in our head that it's the alphabet. So now for some reason we don't think it's a symbol. You see what I'm saying? That's why we look at Chinese drawing and be like them symbols. I can't write them symbols. Well, you writing symbols, but no one told you. That's not the house, right? Right. That's a symbol. All right. So when I write the word test, you didn't even know that this got a meaning. So when I give you a test, what I'm doing is that so this symbol means direction. Okay.
Okay.
I want to see what direction that you're going in, direction that your energy is energy, that your energy is going in. Now S is the moving forward, like the way that you're moving, right? And so think about the letter 8 is the infinity. 8 is a half of an S, right? Like when you turn an 8 sideways, that's infinity, right? So that means you're going forever. But this is the direction that you're heading in at this moment. That's what the S means. So we want to see the direction that your energy is moving, and then now we're gonna know which direction to send you. So that's when we give you a test. See that? So I give you a test to see where you at, so I know where to put you. You see that? You see? So I put you in the right spot. But it's more than just the word test. It also got a symbolic meaning, you know. So that's why I say stuff. Hey, so deep that we so scared of it. That's why motherfuckers just go to work.
and don't think about nothing.
Don't think about shit.
It's so much to think about that people be like, "Fuck it, I ain't finna think about nothing."
Fuck that shit. I'm going to
Give
work.
me something to distract myself with.
Man, give me a basketball game, football, beer.
Yeah, give me some.
Nobody want to deal with that.
Give me some kind of celebrity news or something to distract myself with.
Yeah.
So, people don't want to deal with that. Oh, there's too much. I can't hear. I be cussing too much. I swear I cuss so much. I be trying.
Man, I'm talking about, bro. Like every sentence, man, I gotta have a cuss word in that. I've been struggling this whole time, man. I've been struggling this whole time, man.
And then them curse words, supposedly, when we say it, we putting curses on each other. Oh, watch this though. Watch what you say, man, because like we speak death on ourselves every day. If anybody listen, try. Okay, when you wake up, what do you say? Good morning.
I know you're gonna say good morning, which is morning, like you mourning the death and all of this.
We
you
speak
know what I'm saying?
And we only say these things at certain parts of the day. So these spells probably can be activated at certain parts of the day when we say certain things. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what like that. And it's a saying, it's like we work all weekday to earn our wages on the weekend. So like we work all weekday. So a weekdays, like weekday and then
weekdays, like a week and then a days.
Yes, you gotta be week and in the days to work all week, and then on the weekend you are weekend. You get it? Like it's the weekend.
Yeah.
Your weekend on the weekend, right? And you're earning your wages. Earn is like where you put dead people. You know what I'm saying? In so like you basically killing yourself. If you can pay attention, we're fulfilling what the Anunnakis, what they say the Anunnakis did. If you really sit back and look.
Well, I don't know, man, because I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays, bro, and I work weekends. So I mean,
hey, to get what? They don't care how you put it. You work 5 and off 2.
And I don't earn my money. I make it.
Hey, however you put it, they don't care. They what you don't know.
I'm changing the words, man, so that I'm not cursing myself, like you said, bro.
Then I get you. You know. Then you right. I see what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, I also heard that they got to tell you about it. See, that's the thing. We the only people that don't follow the universal law. So the devil supposedly has to follow the universal law. So he don't sneak nothing past you. He let you know the bad things about it, but he may make it so hard, like to do the right thing that you will choose the wrong thing. You see what I'm saying? So he don't trick you, you know. And then I bet y'all got an Apple phone, don't you? Hell, I got an Apple. Okay, watch this. Let me show you this.
I got an Android, baby. I got an Android.
Yeah, but so I got the iPad though. So you see
Yeah.
the app? What's that on that app? What's that right there? That's a motherfucking bite. Why they
bite,
play?
Mark.
Why
They're
they
taking a bite out the apple.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's how they play. That's what I'm saying. And
Real,
so
yeah.
the Garden of Eden. What if I told you there was a laboratory, like an experimentation, like they experimented on people? Garden of Eden. Like that's what they're like. There was like the Anunnakis or people from other what's the name that the Garden of
Hey,
Eden.
but wait. How are we? You know what I'm saying? How are we talking about Jesus, and then we talking about you know like extraterrestrials in like the same conversation? Like
same thing. That's you putting. But that's you putting the box on God.
Go together?
Yes, I don't put a box on God. You understand? I ain't say they was the
no, trust me, man. Y'all, you don't want to have that conversation with me about what is God, man. You don't want to have that conversation with me.
Sure, we got.
I'll give you an answer that's just like you'll be like, oh, okay, bro, okay,
you gotta
cool
shoot, bro.
story, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, that's all I say. I just feel like that they that it's so much of creations. That like if you look in the Bible, and if we're only going by the Bible now, the Bible is so supernatural.
Yeah.
That let me know. Like when I watch, like back in 10 years ago, supernatural stuff, you'd be weird. You'd be real weird. But now you turn on the TV, they talking about UFOs, they telling us about them now, and all of this type of stuff. So I just feel like he made all of this, it's our simple mind thinking that, we the highest,
Yeah.
Okay, so your belief in God. So first of all, let me say I believe in God. I'll just put this out the way.
But the thing is, what God though?
Huh?
Yeah, you see how they work. We all say God. That's the easiest thing to say,
bro. I know. People say God just to be like God, but when I think of God, I know what God is to me and what I mean by it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What do you mean by it? Who's God?
I mean by it?
Yeah.
God to me is not okay because like let me preface this because like I'm a science guy, so
right.
I believe in universe and all of this and all of that, and like we ourselves, we are we are made up of components of stars.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same materials that are in the star that the star is creating. Once the star blows up and scatters that material out into the rest of the universe, I mean, if you really look at it and break it down, we are children of stars. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the same elements and stuff, and we're comprised of the same elements that are created inside of a star.
Right.
So just by saying that, I feel like when people be like, when people be like they pray to the universe, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just an understanding of how they feel or how they perceive God to be. Because if God is all encompassing and He is everything and creator of all, why wouldn't you include? Okay, why is it such an issue to say that God is not a man that sits in the sky on a cloud? He's more of energy, just energy. You know what I'm saying? Because have you ever like felt the presence of God?
Yeah, it's definitely
some kind of way.
It's definitely energy.
How did you perceive it? You know what I'm saying? You ain't look up in the sky and see a big face in the sky looking down on you, saying until you felt that in you is energy, bro.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people come down on people for saying, God is energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like people come down on them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's more of a logical sense of what you're talking about God. Because if you think about it like this, if you talk about like consciousness, conscious awareness, right? So you can either think that the universe itself is not conscious, not aware, or you can believe that the universe itself is conscious and it's aware, and it just either deals in controlled chaos or uncontrolled chaos. And uncontrolled chaos is just random shit happening. In controlled chaos, that's kind of the pathway that gets you to evolution, like single cell organisms, and to where we are now.
Right.
So if you think about it like that, then God is the universe. God is all that is, right?
Right.
We just called it the universe, okay? So if God is all that is, what's wrong with saying that God is the energy of the universe and the universe itself? Because if you think about this, like I said, how the universe operates in either controlled chaos or uncontrolled chaos. All right, so in the controlled chaos, if we are brought through controlled chaos, then that's what I feel it is. God would have to be the energy that you feel. You see what I'm saying? And I lost my train of thought just then because I was thinking about so much shit because I
know
so far with this.
You said a mouthful, man. And I've been holding my tongue. I would say that it's a combination of all that, man. I think that he is energy because a part of God.
Oh wait! I got it. This is a theory that I heard from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like heard from an astrophysicist.
Okay.
All right, so God is the universe. God created us, right? Okay, so if you think of it as the universe is either conscious or it's not conscious, it's aware or it's unaware. Okay, if you think that it is aware, then wouldn't the universe itself create life so that this life could be aware of the universe? And if that life is the universe, and the universe is life, then the universe created life to become aware of itself.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's a theory. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the universe created life so that we can experience it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with people talking about the universe. Like it's not like you limiting anything. I mean, it's all encompassing. But like, go ahead with what you were saying, though, Tex.
Man, I'm gonna be a little all over the place because there's a lot of different things that I'll address. I mean, so I would say that he's a combination. I would say that he is energy. Everyone has felt the presence of God. It's a feeling that is undescribable. It's literally a spiritual encounter, right? And the presence of God, believe in Jesus. Jesus essentially, he brings out of you what's already inside of you. And he can bring things out of you that you didn't even know were already inside of you. There's a story in the Bible where there's this woman, there's a story that's called the woman with the issue of blood. And the story is that the woman, she pressed her way through the crowd to touch the hem of the garment of Jesus. And she told herself,
he finna talk, Jay.
You said what?
I said he finna talk, Jay.
I'm gonna talk, bro. She said that, and Jesus didn't heal her. The woman said, I want to touch the hem of his garment. If I can make it up in my mind that I will be healed, then I will be healed. And so when she touched the hem of his garment, she became healed. And so the thing is that Jesus didn't lay hands on this woman. He didn't even deliver her. She was the one who laid hands on Jesus. Jesus didn't deliver her. It was just the thought. It was the thought, the energy in a sense, and the encounter that brought out of her what was already inside of her. And so you have to think about people. So people don't really think about stuff like that. They think that, oh, well, she went and she touched his garment and she was healed because she touched the clothes that were on his back. No, sweetheart. No, my brother. She literally had an encounter with herself, and she convinced herself that if I make it up in my mind that I will be healed. You know what I'm saying? That I'll be
wait. Are you refuting what I just said?
No,
it sounds like we kind of on the same page.
I think he's adding to it.
I'm adding to it. I'm adding to it, but I'm also going to tap into a little bit about the existence of Earth as well too, because there are some things you said when you're talking to your astrophysicist guy or buddy or whatever. And so the scripture says, so the beginning, and I'm about this life, man. I was in school I used to be in school, in seminary school, but the whole 9 yards, bro. The Bible says, it starts off in Genesis. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void. Darkness covered the face of the deep. Spirit of the Lord moved upon the face of the waters. And then God said, let there be light. There was light. God saw the light, and it was good. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Then it was good. And then he goes on, and God called the dry land earth, and the waters he gathered together, he called them seas, and God saw that it was good, and then the earth brought forth grass and herb, yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, and all that jazz. He created great whales of the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that, and I know you guys are familiar with, and I'm kind of all over the place a little bit, but I'm going to get to my point. I know you guys are familiar with the Big Bang Theory, or how even the Earth came into existence, right? A lot of that is not, a lot of that you could say there's not really there's not a timeline on that. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So the Big Bang Theory essentially insinuates that the Earth evolved.
That could be it, right?
That could be evolved over a period of time. You know what I'm saying? And so that literally essentially could be it. That's no different from, for people that don't believe that, that the earth, because there was a flood in the Old Testament.
Everybody talk about.
Yeah, the layers. The layers on planet Earth prove that there was.
But you want to know something? You want to know something though? It was an event called the Younger Dryas.
Okay.
That it was a comet or something that hit the Earth and it melted a shit ton of ice.
Okay.
And that caused a great flood, and that's perceived as what everybody is talking about is the Great Flood.
And what about the Ice Age? So can y'all help me out with this? Because nobody seems to remember. So in school you remember the nomads, right?
Yeah.
People that followed their food, that's where they live. So then we get taught that it was Africans or a group of people. I think we were taught it was Africans that followed their food, and the Ice Age came and it blocked them off from going back, right?
Yeah.
Y'all can't, right. So, all right, you can't find that nowhere though. It's hard. And so basically, them nomads, and so now that's the Ice Age. They got trapped. So picture me this. All right, cavemen.
Wait. You said how would they get trapped? How you saying they came from Africa?
They couldn't go back. Well, the story that we got taught in school is that they was following their food because the food the travel.
Who is they? Like when you say nomads,
they call them nomads. So nomads are people that follow their food. See, school,
I mean,
there's little information.
Okay, you're not speaking on like race. What
I don't know the race.
Because
in the school books they didn't tell us race.
Unknown.
Right.
Okay.
See, when we was little, we thought, hell, that's a nomad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
You know who the fuck they were.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So now, and putting it together, basically, it was a group of people that got stuck in the Ice Age. The Ice Age was like what, 500,000 years or something like that?
No, it was like it wasn't that long. It was like a couple thousand, like probably like 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, something like that.
Yeah, like right there, long time. So basically, all right, you gotta live in a cave. This is my logic with it, and a little other people's, but I can see it. Ice out, you gotta live in a cave, right? It's too cold outside, right? All right. So now that it's so cold outside that they in caves, and you hear of cavemans, right? And so they come out of a cave. I mean, so they have to eat blood, meaning eat the animals raw. See a rat, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You eating it, you fighting for your food every day. So you're a vicious people because you fight every day for your food. You got hunchback because you live in a cave. You don't have no pigmentation because you don't get sunlight, right? Because you live in a cave underground because it's too cold to be out there, right? So you lose your pigmentations. You ever heard of the Vikings?
Mm-hmm.
So when the ice melted, they was able to build boats and hit the road, Jack. And they didn't look back. And they took over every nation. Where Africans, they didn't have to fight. They had food, stuff growing. They walking around naked and fucking. You see what I'm saying? But ice melted. Party time. It's time to take over. We went everywhere. Well, the Vikings went everywhere, right? At one point, they say everybody's pigmentation was dark, right? I don't know if there's one way they could have lost pigmentation because I done heard so many stories that
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that some people come from the moon, and I mean like other planets, not the moon, but other planets. It's even a theory out that the moon ain't even been there forever. So when you start doing your research,
whoa, what you mean?
You see that? So you get
because it was. I mean, what do you mean by that? Because it wasn't always there.
Oh yeah, so the Dingo tribe said the moon came. Them motherfuckers said the moon came. The moon came. They're like, nah, it wasn't always here. The moon came, and when it came, it was 22 miles from the earth. And the moon is moving every day back.
Wait, man.
Hey man,
Wait, okay. Wait. No, I'm gonna give you the scientific aspect of that right there. All right.
Shoot.
All right. Okay. So the thing. Okay. Earth form. Right. Okay. We just
Right.
gonna speak science terms. We're not speaking about like God, creation or anything like that. Science terms. Earth is created.
Right.
And doesn't have a moon. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Another celestial body, whether that's another planet or whatever, collides with Earth. This is before life. I'm assuming. I would hope so. Yeah, got to be. If it was life on the planet at that time, that shit gone. But a celestial body collides with the Earth and breaks up some shit, whatever. But like I said, that central point in gravity is gonna pull everything back. So Earth gets reformed, and it's still like this material that's out there. So that material clumps up, and Earth has a gravitational force on this that causes that to just start to circle around it, and that becomes the moon, and then you got Earth, and it was close, and the moon is actually moving like every year. Like I don't get I probably get the number wrong, but I think it's like 10 to 30 feet away from the Earth every year or something like that.
Right.
So back thousands of years ago, the moon would have been big as fuck in the sky.
So now, why would they say that? Why would they write that down and have that in writing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that to be true, that the moon even came, and so why was they even here to say the moon came? You see what I'm saying?
But what if they just wrote that because they didn't know how to know? They didn't know any other kind of way to explain.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you got to think about this. When did early man start really looking up and paying attention? That's what you really got to ask. You got to ask, when did they start looking up into the sky and really noticing shit? So if you know what I'm saying, okay, look, you think okay, this is just a hypothetical question. Like, you think that a mouse knows what the moon is?
But I don't know if the mouse look up, but see, like, you got some animals.
That's what I'm saying. No. Like that's the whole.
But
point.
I got chickens, but they don't look up though. You still know what I'm saying?
But I'm coming back to like man. No, you feel what I'm saying? Okay, so like I said, we gonna stay on the science route. It's evolution, and we evolved from a primate or whatever. All right.
But evolution, explain it to me, because see, we say words and then we go by, because evolution now ain't shit turning into nothing. Ain't nothing growing wings because of it's a predator behind them. Like they said, the birds grew wings because of predators so it can fly. Ain't shit growing nothing. If that's the case, I can grow $1 million.
What you mean? What you mean? You mean talking about evolution in today's time?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like
okay. With that, bro, evolution takes a long ass time, like thousands and thousands, if not millions, if not hundreds of thousands of years, right?
Right.
And
but tell me what
I'm saying it has to be some kind of stressor put on the species to make them change.
Definitely.
Us as humans today, we don't have a stressor to put on us that's gonna make this body form change.
Yes, we do, as black people, and we done had it for 400 years. We ain't grew shit.
400 years is a blink of an eye, bro.
Okay, let's go back.
If you think about the Earth has been here for 4 billion years, 400 years is nothing. All right,
let's go back even farther. We can go back to when we was in Egypt. Let my people go. We ain't grew shit. Ain't shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't know. Only thing you grow with stressors. If I keep hitting you on the back, your back grows.
But come on, bro. Like you, okay. Are African Americans naturally athletic as fuck? Just in general,
right?
Are we?
So I like
African Americans naturally athletic as fuck.
But that definitely could be an argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That could possibly be an adaptation from slavery and having to work in the hot sun and do bales of hay and pick cotton and do it. Naturally, we may have just naturally become more elite athletes, more of an elite athlete than anybody else.
But I would believe that if I ain't seen white people and it's your work ethic, I know
Hey,
niggas
text.
can't jump.
Text. Black blood, you know what I'm saying? Remember, hey.
We need to go and finish writing that, man.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Because
For
you know, if
real,
you work
man.
at it, you'll be just as fast, just as running. But I
Yep.
definitely get it. And sometimes we believe the lies they tell us, you know,
100%.
because it's like, nigga, if you watch this at the hospital, they it's so Hitler and all that shit. It's stuff that we still go through in the hospitals because they think that it's a true.
Oh, wait,
Black
1 second.
people can't
I hate to interrupt you,
Oh,
Jerry.
go ahead, get
But
it out.
it's a they did see
Mhm.
an adaptation in an
Okay.
animal. I think it was squirrels or something like that. I want to say maybe like Grand Canyon. It was something they noticed. It was squirrels of the same family.
Okay.
I don't mean family like mama, daddy, sister,
I know what
brother.
you
You know
mean.
what I'm talking about, like family, species,
Yeah.
class. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? You know the whole charting system for animals and stuff, right? Or
Yeah.
organisms, right? Okay, it was squirrels that were in the same family, close, like they were identical, like
Right.
they the
Okay.
same. All right, this divide happened in a valley form, right? So now you got the same squirrels,
Right.
one on this side, one on that side. They
Uh-huh.
not interacting with each other no more. Time
Right.
goes on, and these squirrels become different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because the environment on this side is different from the environment on that side, and
But
they adapted and
what kind of
they
different?
slowly changed.
What kind of different? Changing the behavior or I get
Color.
behavior. I'm talking about
Color.
that they grow a fucking hard head or something.
Change, bro. They changed in color, bro.
I
They
can
changed
get
in
color.
color
Yeah.
to you know to I guess to adapt to whatever environment, the new
But
environment they were
right,
in.
but not necessarily to adapt to the environment. Or what about like okay, if it's okay, my feet, right? If I walk only on my first off, shoes are the worst thing to mankind.
You're right.
I don't
We're
know
not supposed to have that. You're right.
for a couple reasons. One reason is you don't get the positive energy from Earth.
Yeah,
You realize most people don't even realize they ain't even walking on Earth.
grounding. But most people don't
You
know,
walk
don't
2
even know
feet
about
off the ground
grounding.
every day. You don't even walk on Earth. Let that sink in. We
Yeah.
live on Earth, but we don't even walk on it. You know,
Yeah.
walk on that rubber.
And then like your shoes, the soles of your shoes are like made of rubber, right?
All of that. What
Rubber
rubber
is
do?
an insulator against electricity, right?
Come on, boss. It
Yeah.
ain't rubber for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, when rubber meets the road, you supposed to let your feet touch like Jay said, you getting grounded. You
Yeah.
that's you need some, you tired, you need something, you walk outside with your shoes off in the grass and you will get some
Bro, that's one of the reasons why people feel so good going to the beach, because you barefoot and you on the sand. You're not walking on the beach with no shoes on.
You're not, yeah, it's a reason why you feel that, why the urge for that, you know, and that's why I say first grade, kindergarten don't count, but first grade through 12th grade, that's being programmed. They teaching you who to be. You don't even know how to be a human. You know, they teaching you to be a slave, a worker. You know, you ready to say, what's my first job? I'm ready to work. You know?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be. They just need you to be something. They're going to keep that train rolling. You know, it's a big thing coming. We got a water fight in the next 100 years in the you know, the water, in the space or wherever, you know, because just what it is. Ain't no peace on Earth. You know?
Hey, let me tell you, I know we jumping all over the place, man. But
Man, jump.
I heard some stuff, man. It was talking about, you know, this is just what I heard somebody say.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about somebody, or I say they, I'm not talking about JoJo down the street. I'm talking about like some astrophysicist or some kind of scientist or something they said. I'm referencing these people, right?
Okay.
All right, so they were saying one scientist speculated that he was like the governments of the world, like know what the fuck going on with aliens and shit, but they got a pact with the aliens to where the aliens was just like, yo, look, we here, it ain't shit you can do about it. And if you let everybody know we here, we gonna fuck y'all up.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
It's something similar to that. I think the aliens can't come around. I say that watch this. They don't come around because watch this. What do we do? What do people do? We want to capture that motherfucker, study it, do all of this. We ain't going with people, man. We curiosity. We don't.
And then like we not really if you really think about, okay, look, take yourself, just look at us, right?
Yeah.
You not human. You something else, and you just stumbled across Earth, and you look down at us. Like you gonna be like, especially if you from a far advanced civilization. Because we're not even type 1 yet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Hey, they don't know about that. Tell it again. We ain't what?
We're not even type 1.
We
We're
ain't
not
even
even a type
type 1
1
nation.
civilization yet.
He don't. That people
You know
don't
what I'm
know. They
saying?
don't understand what that means. We ain't
Like,
there. It's bad. It's so bad.
so it's like if you got like okay, so we're not even type 1. So where type 1 is just you control your planet.
Right.
You get all the energy and all the everything from your planet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't wanting for shit. Type 2 is when you like can manipulate your closest star, which would be the sun for us. You manipulate your closest star for all the energy you'll ever need. Type 3 is like you manipulating like, damn, what is it, Jerry? Like you manipulating like a whole system.
Really? Yeah, but it's rough.
You know what I'm saying? And like type 3 is where they say you can do like interstellar travel. It's type 4 too, which is just a step above and shit. But yeah. So imagine like a type 2 or a type 3 coming across Earth, and we ain't even type 1. We like 0.7. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at us like, look at these dumb fucks. They still using rocket propulsion.
But watch,
they don't even know how to manipulate gravity yet.
They see the nuclear. They said, but hold on, they got nuclear weapons.
These motherfuckers got nukes though.
Look,
hold on.
They got nukes. But watch this. They say, them motherfuckers pointed at each other. What the fuck
they
is wrong?
Using it wrong. They got nuclear power, but they using it wrong.
They pointed at each other. Look, America pointing their nuke at Europe, Europe pointing at Russia, Russia pointing theirs at these trying to kill each other. What is going on?
Hey, look, you heard about I think it was going on like back in the 80s, maybe some in the 90s too. Over like nuclear silos, like where they keep the nukes at, like where the nuclear warhead would fire from.
They would turn them bitches on.
Turn them bitches on, turn them off, like playing with their ass. They said
what they doing? They
orb of light over a nuclear silo and just turn that motherfucker on like it's gonna go. And right before that bitch launch, they turn that bitch off.
Yeah, they let them know that we can control this. So
we can control this shit, man.
And so they and then text, it's crazy. We pointed at each other. Like, so they they said we can't go down there and befriend these folks. Hey, they trying to kill each other.
Try to kill us.
100%.
Hell yeah. These are they would look at us and be like, I mean, they got some good shit going for themselves, but they still don't really got it just yet because they still at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, like they were saying, like type 2 civilizations, it ain't even like everybody like connect. Okay, how we got internet? Like, okay, if people were peaceful as fuck with each other, we was only concerned with knowledge and technology and advancements, and everybody in the world was connected and sharing information willingly, and there was no, oh, I own this land, I'm in this country, so I don't fuck with you, or you white, I'm black, or you whatever. Type 2 civilizations, they allegedly or supposedly are over that, and it's just everybody working together, and that's how they got to type 2, and that's how they get to type 3. They would be looking at us like, yo, we got a lot of advancements, but we ain't got, our minds ain't right yet. Like you said, they would look at us and see, yo, we got nuclear power, but we using it wrong. Instead of using that for free, clean energy,
come on now,
we using it to create war and create death.
Blowing up the whole thing. If we shoot, we gonna kill the whole world. Like when we shoot them, we hurt ourselves. It's so crazy.
Like they would be looking at us like, you know what, we gotta stop these motherfuckers from killing themselves.
Yeah,
they got potential. They got some fucking potential, but these motherfuckers don't kill themselves for us.
They got all this damn gold down here and all this stuff that we need. They pop over here and get it and just leave.
They just leave, bro. They always get spotted and they're out.
I tell you that, like, that's why I say, like, it's more than what is known. It's called, where we at, it's called the known lands. It's supposedly the name because that's what's known, meaning everybody know about it, even the people in it. But we don't realize that it's more, you know, even if it's in space or whatever. I just know, okay, we went to the moon. It took us so long to get back to the moon, right? Like a long
go back.
And the first, you must don't know, they colonize it right now. It was like in 20 something. You got a free ride to the moon, one-way ticket though. Yeah, shit crazy, bro. Look it up. I learned about this shit in 2015 and 2021 was when it was supposed to happen, or 2020. But it's a free ride to the moon. Don't know for sure if they went through with it yet, but there was the thing, and I want to say they trying to colonize the moon, and they say it's a one-way ticket. I said they're gonna take your ass to a warehouse down the road, never see you again. Talking about they went to the damn moon. No, like you don't know where you going.
What about the dark side of the moon, though?
Supposedly they say that's where the Anunnakis be. They kick their you can't see, you know.
Hey, you heard that okay, Neil Armstrong and what's the other dude named Buzz Aldrin?
Come on now.
A lot of people don't know about the third motherfucker that was there with him.
Who
He didn't
was?
get to get off. This motherfucker rolled all the way to the moon and didn't even get off because he couldn't. He had to stay with the ship and orbit around the moon. But he the one who took the picture of the Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the name of that picture called Blue Marble or something.
Who the hell landed? Who landed?
Shit, bro, don't make me lie, but shit, I'll tell you a story if you want to hear it. Them two, Buzz Aldrich and Luke, and I call for to say Luke Skywalker.
What? So right.
Buzz Aldrich and what's the dude name?
Do you know how satellites have lasers?
Huh?
That's where the Star Wars come from. They be up there shooting at each other like that. So our space things got lasers on them. When you get time, look it up. The satellites in the air. So Russia, United States, you know, they get satellites and they trying to destroy each other's satellites. They got lasers on them, bitch. They be up there.
I know Ronald Reagan started a program or something called Star Wars. It was some shit like that. But look though, the third dude that went to the moon, right? Hey, but first of all, ain't that fucked up, bro?
What's
you do all that training, you get to the moon and you gotta stay in the ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Like Neil looking at him like, nah, bro, it's just gonna be me and Buzz, man. You gotta fly the ship, man. Come get us tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But look, dude said that he went around the dark side of the moon, right? Because he had to orbit back around before he came back to pick him up.
Right.
And he was talking about like when it was some weird radio signal or some sounds that he was hearing when he went to the dark side of the moon, like real spooky shit he was talking about.
It's still going on, ain't it? I think it's a radio signal that everybody can go to right now, and it's a weird signal that's been going on for like 50-something years. It's a long time. Like it just came somewhere.
That wouldn't be coming from the dark side of the moon, though.
No, you right.
You got to have a line of sight with the Earth to relay a message.
Yeah. So
it is some weird shit.
It made me want to bring up. Have you seen the man that fell to Earth?
Failed?
Yes. You ain't seen it. You got a treat.
Nah.
You got a treat. Oh man. So the man that fell to Earth on Amazon Prime. That's where you can watch it at. Oh man.
It's new?
Man, so sit by, get you chill. I'm talking about, bro, this finna take you on a wild ride.
Is it new or is it old?
Brand new, and it's black people. Brand new.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. You said the man that fell to Earth.
Man, so all right, just a little recap. He's an alien. Where he from? A different.
Oh no, don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, but look, I gotta tell you who brought him here. Guess who brought him here? Isaac Newton. It's so crazy. Yes. It's crazy. You finna see it, bro. It's gonna open your eyes. Like
you said, Isaac Newton brought him here.
Yes, and get what they fucking with?
Apples.
Quantum.
What?
Quantum.
What? Quantum physics?
Quantum physics. Yeah.
That's what they bringing up. It's real good, but I'm telling you, you're gonna fall in love, man. It's crazy. It's so deep that you're gonna put it into play. It's so deep.
Bro, you ever seen Prometheus?
I ain't never heard of that.
What's that?
Do I got a treat?
Huh?
I said, do I got a treat?
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Probably not. But it was something that they did. Like Prometheus ain't nothing. You ever seen Aliens?
I couldn't. I looked at it, but I just,
But you know what it is.
Yeah, I picked the Predator. I watched the Predator. I didn't even watch that.
Yeah. I'm more of a Predator person myself too. But I mean, but you know what Aliens, that whole franchise,
Yep.
That's the beginning of it. Prometheus is the beginning of, it's like, you know, the origin story of aliens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just a scene in there. It comes on with Earth, but Earth don't got, it just got water and rocks and shit, right?
Right.
So it's one of the aliens get off the ship, and he walk over to the edge of a cliff of a waterfall, and he pull out this some little substance out of his jacket or whatever, or his cloak or whatever he had on. Right. And he broke it and he drank that shit, right? And that shit went inside his body and broke down all his flesh and reorganized his DNA, and his DNA just flooded down the waterfall. And the beginning of the movie was from that alien breaking down their DNA and it getting into the water and everything. That's where all life came from. Single cell organisms and all of that. And that's where life came from. And that, like, I just thought it, you know, that's how they started their movie off.
Right.
They was talking about how they seeded the planet.
Right. That's interesting. They show how, like, other stories tell that basically, you know, the people came from outer space or whatever, and depending on like what nation you was in, like that's why people look different, because supposedly they said they put their DNA into them. You know, that person. Dang, we lost Tech. You know where he went to?
Phone probably died
because he was talking. It just went out. It been about an hour and 50 minutes.
An hour and 50 minutes, man.
There you go. Hold on, he back. Let me put him back in. Hold on. I got you, Bob.
Okay,
hey.
Good enough. Cool.
Yep. But what I say? What was saying? I was finna say. Oh, so watch this though. So you know they say the Anunnakis brought marijuana and alcohol to the people, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you remember you know how they say people live a long time, right? Like thousands of years, like the Pharaoh was for
living,
right?
Live a millennia.
And the Bible even states that, you know what I'm saying, people live a long time. That's us in our head to be like, they must have been not talking about them type of years back in the day, right? That's what we tell ourselves when we sit with it. And so
something like Enoch lived like 300 some years or something like that.
Yeah, Methuselah 1,000, 100%. Yeah.
So I got two like theories with that. One is what we eat, you know, the shit we eat kill us, like it, you know. We don't even know how to eat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get on that eat too in 1 second. But then the other one, dang, what I said, I was trying to okay, they said that they made an elixir made out of marijuana, right? It was marijuana and something else. But supposedly only the pharaohs. Now, supposedly the pharaohs were supposed to be like probably the outer space people or whatever. You know?
Hybrids, right? Those hybrids, right?
Right. But they had higher consciousness in a sense, right? Yeah. But hybrids or whatnot. And some anyway, some of them could have been a full thing, you know. But you know, at least to start and then trickle down and stuff. But supposedly they was the only ones that was able to drink it, right? That no one else was allowed to drink it, just like authority, you know. So some people could live that long by way of drinking. Think about it, the elixir. The what do people do now? They chase being young. That is the ultimate goal of I would say somebody, it's not somebody that's evil, but at the end of the day, that's that evil spirit almost. You want to be young. You want to look young and beautiful, you know, like the evil witch. She want to look, you know, young and beautiful again. That elixir or whatnot, supposedly. But, you know, people that smoke or drink, eat marijuana, they kind of look pretty young. You know, they have that young sense to them, so I don't know. You got something to it. I don't know what to tell you.
Let me ask you a question. Are you advocating the consumption of cannabis?
Yeah, cannabis. Nothing wrong with cannabis. They legalized cannabis in the 1970s, you know, because they knew all the good benefits. Cannabis lowers inflammation. And if y'all ain't realized, inflammation is in every illness. I find the common denominators in this inflammation. Clear the inflammation, you clear the disease. Clear the traffic. I mean the wreck, you clear the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that simple. So definitely. But I think you should eat it. You shouldn't smoke it. Anything you set fire to, you change the compound.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
So it's not good no more once you put fire to it. You changing it to what you think you want it to be. Then now you just on your own. Now watch this. Every tool has a job. Never forget it. So with them Indians with their peace pipe. Now if you want to travel, you see what I'm saying? I can be here, but I can also travel. Close your eyes and you can. I think that's what they use to help them, like them Indians dancing around, and when they doing their rituals or whatnot, and they travel, they leave. I think a certain drug helps them do that, like LSD.
Oh man, them folks was fucked up back in the day.
I'm telling you. So you get on LSD. Yeah. That's the
all
thing.
that, man, bro. They was eating mushrooms and everything back then.
And you, but they knew how to use it as a tool.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. They're like, I am finna be fucked up, but I know where I'm at. I am, finna travel, should I say. That's why they say, was that a good trip? Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Our mind always try to fix stuff to what we want it to be, to what's comfortable to us. So we just make a trip whatever we think it to be. But they asking you, was that a good trip? Because you actually took a trip. You went somewhere, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. But we've been talking about 2 hours. What y'all got? Y'all got something else? Or we want to end, and what we gonna do?
Man, I heard, man. I heard a whole bunch of content for the next episode.
Man, it's the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is so deep. All we gotta do is just throw up a topic in hell. We're gonna
We gotta talk about Elon Musk next episode too. We gotta put since we gotta talk about Elon Musk next week as well too.
All right, we could do that then. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. My battery just died in my camera. I can swap it, but I ain't gonna swap it. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Hey man, when the battery die, man, that means shit over, bro.
Yes, it's over. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody for watching, and I would say, love and peace, like they say, but ain't no peace on earth, so quit chasing. But for real though, it's within. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Peace is definitely within the person itself, man.
Yeah, it ain't nowhere to go to chase it. It's within. It's right there, man. I love being at the house. I bring everything to me. You understand? Or wherever, you happy where you at. But peace. Y'all got anything to tell them?
Man. That's it, man.
All right. We
We'll see
appreciate
y'all
y'all.
next week, man. Bro. For sure.
Yep. All right. I appreciate y'all for coming on and talking too, boss. I'll holler back at y'all.
All right, man. I'll be easy.
Later.
Yep.
All right.